They announced a main event 6-man tag team match for later in the show. Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Johnny Gargano vs. Austin Theory, Chad Gable Otis. That's fine with me. Ricochet Madcap Moss vs. Sami Zayn Solo Sikoa. Ricochet started with Zayn with some quick offense leading a dropkick as Cole mentioned Zayn tweeting Ricochet about how he has 4 sons now, instead of just the Usos and Solo. Moss tagged in with strikes, but Zayn sent Moss into the middle rope. Solo tagged in with a headbutt for Moss, then some strikes and Zayn was back in with a kick to the gut. Moss sent a charging Zayn out of the ring and a knee by Moss sent Solo out of the ring as well. Ricochet ran the ropes, so Moss launched him over the top onto Zayn and Solo on the floor. Solo was in control squeezing Ricochet's neck. Ricochet broke free, but Solo sent him into the turnbuckle followed by a Samoan drop. Solo with the leg drop. Ricochet got a kick to the head followed by a dropkick off the middle rope. Moss got the hot tag against Zayn with Moss running over Zayn with a forearm smash followed by a fallaway slam. Moss hit 2 shoulder tackles in the corner and Moss hit a shoulder tackle that sent Solo out of the ring. Solo got a chair. Ricochet stopped that and Zayn hit a roll-up on Moss for 2. Zayn hit a Blue Thunder Bomb for a 2 count, which is what he usually gets for that move. The fans were behind Sami the Canadian. Zayn went up top. He jumped off with a crossbody block and Moss caught him. Moss hit a jackhammer slam for a 2 count with Solo making the save. Ricochet hit a knee to knock Solo out of the ring. Zayn tripped up Ricochet, then Moss sent Zayn into the barricade. The referee was looking at that, so Solo threw a chair at Ricochet, who was doing a suicide dive. Solo tossed Ricochet over the barricade at ringside. Moss charged at Zayn with 2 shoulder tackles again. Solo tagged in and hit a spin kick to the head on Moss. Solo hit the spinning Solo Uranage Slam for the pinfall win after 12 minutes. Winners by pinfall, Solo Sikoa Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa were shown walking backstage. They went to the Bloodline's locker room. Jey Uso walked out of the room and congratulated his brother Solo on the win. Solo went in the room. Jey said that he sees right through Sami. Jey told Sami this is a warning shot. So if Sami puts the family in jeopardy, Jey will get him. Sami showed his honorary use shirt and told Jey to take it up with Roman. Zayn went into the locker room while Jey was not happy. A video aired featuring Karrion Kross and his lovely wife Scarlett. Kross talked about how he can't just waltz back into WWE and get a title shot. Kross said that he's going to take Drew McIntyre to a point of no return where no man leaves unscarred. Kross said that they want the same thing while saying that once the world sees what he's been shown in the card and Drew is out of the way, Kross will make history to become the new undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Kross said that when they strap that leather to Drew's wrist, he'll take Drew to the deepest parts of hell and he will leave Drew there to burn away forever. Kross ended it with TikTok as usual. The QR code appeared at the end of it. Austin Theory was interviewed by Caleb Braxton. Theory said that he has learned from the past when Brock Lesnar attacked him at SummerSlam and Tyson Fury punched him at Clash at the Castle. Theory mocked Winnipeg for some cheap heat. Theory ripped on Drew McIntyre, who appeared behind Theory and Drew showed up for a stare down. Drew, you, me, in the ring, now. Drew left and Theory looked a bit scared. Austin Theory, Chad Gable Otis, vs. Drew McIntyre. Theory with chops that had no effect, so Drew hit him with a hard chop. Drew with a vertical suplex into a slam across the ring. Theory to the floor. Drew grabbed him, so Theory did a neck snap across the top rope followed by a rolling dropkick. Drew caught Theory leading to a future shock DDT. Drew tossed Gable into the ring from the apron. Otis grabbed Drew's leg, so that led to a DQ. Otis sent Drew into the steel steps. This only went 2 minutes. Winner by disqualification, Drew McIntyre. The trio of Theory, Gable and Otis were attacking Drew in the ring, so Johnny Gargano made the save. Gargano wasn't able to make the save on his own because he was overwhelmed by the trio of heels. Here comes Kevin Owens to a huge pop from the crowd. Owens unloaded on the heels with punches and he tossed Theory out of the ring while Gargano knocked Gable out of the ring. Gargano and Owens hit super kicks on Otis followed by Drew hitting a headbutt that knocked Otis out of the ring. Max Dupree was shown walking backstage where he went up to Mace and Mansoor backstage with Maxine Dupree standing by. Maxine talked about how the boys would break a Canadian record for the longest pose, so the guys posed and Max left. Hit Row walked up to the models, laughed at them and left. Shotzi did a quick promo talking about how she's going to roll to the ring and stomp all over Bayley later in the show. Hit Row 8 Top Dollar shunned the Adonis, W/B-Fab, versus Los Lotharios, Angel Humberto. Angel and Humberto were in control against Adonis early on with some basic offense, but Adonis broke free with a neckbreaker. Dollar tagged in with a shoulder tackle on Humberto, then a running knee and a running splash. Dollar hit a sidewalk slam, then he flipped back up with Cole laughing at it and Dollar hit an elbow drop. Angel broke up a pin. Dollar picked up Angel and held Humberto in his hands. Adonis tagged in as Dollar slammed both opponents. Dollar picked up Humberto leading to Adonis hitting a dropkick into a belly-to-back suplex called the heavy hitter for the pinfall win after 3 minutes. Winners by pinfall, Hit Row. A guy with a sign appeared behind Cole and Graves that said, "Revel in what you are." The announcers were facing forward, so they didn't see it or address it. There was a progressive match flow replay from last week showing Liv Morgan beating Lacey Evans in a match followed by a post-match attack with a kendo stick and Liv putting Evans through a table. Ronda Rousey was interviewed by Kayla Braxton. Rousey called Liv Hooters Barbie as she has done in the past. Rousey talked about how she was the most dangerous unarmed woman on the planet. So what does she become when wielding a baseball bat? Kayla left as Rousey warmed up for her match. Ronda Rousey vs. Natalya. Rousey with a punch that sent Natalya into the middle rope followed by a knee to the head. Rousey tried a submission, Natalya fought out of it and Rousey hit a knee to the ribs. Rousey went for a step-up knee, but Natalya slammed Rousey down almost like a powerbomb out of the corner. Natalya went for a clothesline. Rousey with a hip toss and Natalya tried for a sharpshooter, but Rousey grabbed the foot for a submission, and Natalya sat on top for 2. Natalya hit a discus clothesline for 2. Rousey managed to get a hold of Natalya's ankle leading to ankle lock into a heel hook on the mat and Natalya tapped out to give Rousey the win after about 5 minutes. Winner by submission, Ronda Rousey. After the match, the SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan made her entrance with a baseball bat in her hand. Morgan charged at Rousey, but Rousey kicked her in the ribs. Morgan hit Rousey gently with the bat. Rousey ducked a bat shot. Liv wasn't close to hitting her, and Rousey hit a Piper's Pit Slam on the mat outside the ring. They fought over the bat at ringside with Rousey bumping into the barricade. Rousey blocked a bat attempt and Rousey tossed Morgan over the barricade at ringside. Security was at ringside. Rousey teased attacking them and then Rousey left. Morgan tackled Rousey from behind, so security and WWE official Ken Doane were there trying to break it up. Rousey and Morgan kept going at each other as security tried to keep them apart. Rousey broke free with punches. The women were eventually separated enough to end the segment. Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano were shown backstage. Drew said that he didn't always see things eye to eye, but they agreed that Theory should have his ass kicked. Owens walked away, bumping into the models at ringside. Owens went up to his best friend Zayn, who stood up to face Co and Co told Sami he needs a new shirt. Owens left. Let's hear from Imperium. The Imperium trio of Intercontinental Champion Gunther, all caps now, Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci made their entrance. They caused the Brawling Brutes to fail in their tag team title match last week. It's Imperium vs. Brawling Brutes at Extreme Rules and next week on SmackDown it's Gunther defending the IC title against Sheamus. Ludwig Kaiser started a promo complaining about the Brawling Brutes. Vinci said that Gunther is what a champion looks like. Gunther said that next week he's going to beat Sheamus and grind him down for the final time and enjoy when he breaks Sheamus' spirit once and for all. Gunther said Imperium will destroy the Brawling Brutes the next night and here come those brutes. Sheamus was all alone saying that Ridge Butch are stuck in Florida, blame Hurricane Ian, but that's already because the king of bangers, that would be Sheamus, is here in Winnipeg. Sheamus said he's more than happy to kick their heads off their shoulders. Sheamus had a shillelagh with him, so he knocked down Vinci and Kaiser in the aisle. Sheamus went into the ring to confront Gunther, so Sheamus dropped the shield and they got into a brawl. They exchanged strikes. Sheamus hit a rising knee to the face and he wanted more, but Vinci, Kaiser held on to Sheamus in the corner. Gunther unloaded on Sheamus with hard chops along with a boot to the face. Gunther trash-talked Sheamus with the IC title in his hands. Gunther with another chop. Gunther hit Sheamus with a powerbomb with the fans booing the Imperium group. Imperium left. Sheamus grabbed the microphone in the ring. "Sheamus, is that all you got?" Sheamus told him he has to do better than that. The fans were cheering for Sheamus. Vinci and Kaiser went into the ring to beat up Sheamus some more. Sheamus was held by Vinci, Kaiser, so Gunther hit Sheamus with the Shillelagh to the head. The fans booed loudly as Imperium left again. Bayley did a promo talking about how Shotzi likes to run her mouth, but Bayley was the one that beat Bianca Belair. Bayley mentioned Io and Dakota Kai were stuck in Florida. Bayley talked about how she was going to beat Bianca. The announcers were shown with Michael Cole mentioning that WWE Hall of Famer Antonio Inoki passed away at 79 years old. That news was breaking during SmackDown. They mentioned his career as a wrestler, MMA fighter and a politician. They showed a graphic for Inoki as well. Bayley vs. Shotzi. Shotzi with an enziguri kick to the head, then she got a roll-up pin and got a 2 count. Bayley with an arm drag followed by a kick to the face. Shotzi tripped Bayley into the middle rope. Bayley avoided a dive and Shotzi sent Bayley into the ropes again. Shotzi hit a splash on Bayley's back. Shotzi went up top. Bayley was back up. Shotzi with a kick and Shotzi hit a modified DDT-style move against the ropes leading to Bayley bumping to the floor. That led to a break. Bayley charged. Shotzi avoided it and Shotzi hit a dropkick sending Bayley into the ropes. Shotzi with a bulldog into the mat, then a knee, a forearm and a kick to the head. Shotzi suplexed Bayley into the turnbuckle. Shotzi was on the turnbuckle. Bayley sent her down and Bayley hit the rose plant into the mat for the pinfall. Austin Theory, Chad Gable Otis vs. Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens Johnny Gargano. Gable knocked down Gargano early after Gargano was distracted by Theory on the apron. Theory tagged in, but Gargano hit him with a slingshot spear coming in from the ring apron. The heels were on the floor, so Owens hit a somersault dive off the apron to knock them down. That led to a break. About 1 minute into the match the heels were in control as they tried isolated Gargano in their corner with Gable catching Gargano leading to an overhead suplex for 2. Gable applied an armbar on the left arm. Theory tripped up Drew on the apron and sent Drew into the apron to prevent a tag. Gable did a shoosh to Owens as well. Gable caught Gargano in an ankle lock submission, but Gargano rolled through with a pin attempt for 2. Owens hit Gable with a clothesline, then a senton splash and a DDT on Theory. Owens with a fisherman's buster on Gargano onto the knee. Owens punched Otis off the apron and Owens hit a cannonball splash on Gable. Owens went up top and jumped off with a swanton bomb for 2, but Otis broke up the pin. Gable was able to come back with a German suplex with Cole having a rough landing on his head, neck. Drew tagged in with a clothesline, overhead suplex on Theory and a belly-to-belly on Theory across the ring. Drew with a neckbreaker on Legal Man Theory, but Theory bailed to the floor. Theory tried to run away. Drew sent Theory back into the ring and Otis ran over Drew at ringside. Otis sent Drew into the steel steps. Gargano jumped on Otis. Owens with a superkick on Otis. Gargano with a superkick and a double superkick by Owens. Gargano. They put Otis on the table, but Gable saved his partner leading to Gable suplexing Owens on the floor. Gable was on the table with Owens while Gargano hit Otis with a DDT on the floor. Owens with a stunner on Otis on the table. Drew hit a Claymore kick on Theory for the pinfall win. The director missed it, but they showed a replay with Theory going for an attack and Drew hit a jumping Theory with a Claymore kick. It went about 10 minutes. Winners by pinfall: Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens Johnny Gargano.